על הקמת מדינה יהודית בארץ ישראל. היא מדינת ישראל.
In the spring of 1948, Israel took its place among the nations when David Ben-Gurion announced the establishment of the Jewish state.
What was the situation in May 1948 when we were 600,000 people here, about half the size of a mid-sized American city, with basically handguns fighting 6 Arab armies that came within 25 miles of Tel Aviv, by the way. It's hard to imagine today. That surrounded Jerusalem, not far from where we're sitting. No economy, no allies, a population that was still languishing in displaced person camp in Europe after the Holocaust. I mean, think about that.
70 years later, Israel not only survived, but thrived.
Our economy has one of the highest growth rates in the world. We have one of the most powerful armies in the world leader in technology. Israel is regularly listed one of the 7th or 8th most powerful countries in the world. In a historical perspective, I think that Israel's situation is nothing less short of miraculous.
Israel's continuing miracle is not only that it's thrived, but now helps nations in need.
Because we're a light unto the nations. That's the great fulfillment of that great prophecy. And in fact, that's what Israel is doing. It's doing it in places like Haiti or in the Philippines or in Mexico.
When Israel sent aid to Mexico after their recent devastating earthquake, Mexicans applauded them on the streets.
They just love Israel. And you see that elsewhere, in many places around the world. And people say, well, what do you do? I mean, what is it that you get out of it? And the answer is, we're not getting out of it anything. We're fulfilling our deepest values. Israel is a light unto the nations.
Israel is not just going to the nations, but now the nations are coming to Israel. The company is called Our Crowd. That's brought 10,000 people from 90 countries around the world here to Jerusalem for a high-tech summit, bringing together innovation and investment.
Turns out that Israel is really the second most important source of innovation and innovative companies in the world outside of the United States and Silicon Valley. We're called the Startup Nation. We're looking here across the walls to Jerusalem in our ancient history. We've always been dreamers here in Israel, whether it's back in the time of Abraham or the prophets. There's always been incredible good news to come from this country. And today the good news is about innovation and technology.
And 70 years on, Israel is protecting the birthplace of the good news and more.
What is today the entrance of the old city? But that's actually King Herod's palace. We believe very much that this was the place of the trial of Jesus, according to what we learn from the New Testament.
Shahar Shiloh serves as a consultant for the Tower of David Museum in Jerusalem. He says Israel, since its founding, has preserved the historical and biblical sites, dug into its ancient past, and opened its door to people of all faiths. He says it's a mission.
Tourism is much more than just making money. Tourism is making friends. Tourism is making advocacy. Tourism is making your partnership around the world a lot safer. Our, mutual basis grows stronger with every tourist being in Israel, living back home, and talking about Israel wherever he lives. This is something that we cannot achieve without tourism.
Shiloh says a visit to Israel for Christians should be a personal mission.
We're always saying, before coming to Israel, you read the Bible, you see it in black and white. Once visited Israel, in every chapter, every story, every time you read about Paul, Peter, or Jesus, or St. Mary, it's all vivid and vibe. And everything becomes in full color, full HD, 4K. Something happens in your soul, and you're never, we say you'll never be the same again. This is my message to our brothers and sisters from the Christian world. Visiting Israel is a part of your soul and your heritage, not mine only, yours as well. And if you wish to understand yourself better and the Bible better, and your friends, and the next time you go to church, you need to be here. It's a mission for life.
Whether helping the world through humanitarian outreach, bringing innovation to global investors, or being the responsible stewards of history, these are simply a fulfillment of Israel's mission to the world. Tikkun Olam, the Jewish principle of repairing the world. And as the Hebrew prophet Isaiah wrote nearly 2,700 years ago, to be a light to the nations. Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.